Okay, so we have a lot of secretion in the stomach, right? That is going to be regulated. Secretion of acid is primarily controlled by hormones, okay, but the parasympathetic nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, both branches, and histamine also stimulate acid production. This histamine effect is actually one of the targets for our anti-acid medications, like Zantac, for example, is an H2 blocker. It blocks a histamine receptor that stimulates acid production. Now that's different than like Prilosec. Prilosec blocks, here let's go back, I can show you. Prilosec blocks this, the proton pump, right? So it reduces acid production. All right, so the pattern here is gastrin stimulates these histamine-producing cells called ECLs, enterochromaffin-like cells. I don't even know what an enterochromaffin is, so what a cell that's like that doesn't help me at all. But ECL cells, it's just what they're called. Gastrin stimulates them, the ECL cells produce histamine. Histamine stimulates the acid production in the parietal cells. So we have this chain. Okay. Foods that are rich in protein stimulate the G cells to produce gastrin, right? So protein-rich foods increase gastrin production. And then pepsinogen is, the release of pepsinogen is increased by acetylcholine from the vagus nerves, right? So more pepsinogen is going to mean more pepsin, more protein digesting ability. Generally speaking, if we have a reduction in acid secretion, we have a reduction in pepsinogen secretion as well, right? So the two sort of go together. Now, what I realize is not necessarily in here is why do we have stomach acid in the first place? Two main reasons. Number one, it helps to keep infectious material out of the gut, right? Most bacteria die in low pH, so it's a protection. The other thing it does is denature proteins, right? So proteins are these big tangled up complex shapes. If we put them in acid, most proteins uncoil, right? And by uncoiling, it makes it easier to clip the amino acids off, right? So those are the two primary reasons that we have our acid secretion in the first place.